Hey there, folks. Welcome back to the 7-Min Happy Hour. I'm your host, Goofy Announcer Guy, and today we'll be tackling a concept in Rust that's more controversial than the social inequality and economic disparity in an increasingly globalized world at large. That's right, door camping. But fret not, because today, I'm going to equip you with the knowledge to avoid these relentless players. Now, while we'd all like to think that we're above door camping, I think we can all silently admit to ourselves we've done it at some point for any number of reasons. So we can start by breaking down the reasons why someone would door camp you. And while it's fair to assume there are probably many, we can put these reasons into two main categories. The first one being having a grudge, and the second being the "F it, I'm poor, so why not" category. Starting with the first one, as Rust players, we like to think that because we play so much Rust and have the equivalent amount of hours in the game such that had we not played any, we'd have advanced master's degrees in any field of our choosing, that it somehow makes us better people. But being completely honest, the fact of the matter is, you're gonna piss off someone. You rocked them on the beach for no reason, raided someone who works a 9 to 5, or even betrayed a close friend. Fact is, there are countless ways that you can make someone dedicate the next 7 real hours of their lifespan just to making you specifically have a bad time. You see, there are multiple ways one can go about dealing with those that may have a grudge against you. The first being apologizing. Sorry, I was just kidding. Forget I need to remind myself this is the Rust fan base we're talking about, so for now I'll stop using made up words. Moving on, the next measure one can take in preparing to defend their base is using electricity. One of the most underrated items is the CCTV camera. With this, you can set up a simplistic circuit to connect to a computer station. And with that, you can easily check for those pesky and unwanted door campers and get the drop on them before they can say, "Your dad's a your mom's an." Now, if that's a bit too much to get a hold of, the next option uses the door camper's own technique against them. That's right, shotgun traps. Make sure to set a few up at the entrances and exits of your base to ensure that they won't get a hold of your precious loot, even if they do kill you. But make sure the trap isn't sexually attracted to raiders, otherwise you'll end up having the wrong kind of trap in your base.
I sound like a 14-year-old, but my boobs are huge.
Now, if you're dirt poor, there is one more simple option that, if done correctly, can be an honest way to protect your base. That's right, building a roof. Now, in Rust, a roof can be a highly beneficial tool to use when protecting your base. But if it's used too much, it can be a highly addicting and slippery slope. I'll be sure to cover this topic more in depth in one of my next videos. Regardless, if you're not careful with how much you use your roof, it may very well spell the end of your wipe. But for the most part, I wouldn't worry about it too much. Moving on to the second category, the "F it, I'm poor, so why not" category. The great part about dealing with these sorts of door campers is that they're generally very easy to deal with. I think it's an important thing to note that these type of players don't have any particular grudge against you, they just want to make a quick play. So the best option here is to simply go AFK. Maybe go eat a sandwich or something. It's also important to note that if you learn someone is outside, but you're not sure which category the camper fits into, the go AFK strategy should be your first option to determine whether or not that they are the "F it, I'm poor, so why not" door camper or the having a grudge door camper. But again, this would require something known as patience, so like before, I'll stop using made up words. This leaves you with one option left. I call it the strategy. By simply pleading and begging the person to stop, while exclaiming you have no loot at all, you strategically play on their emotions until they decide to go off and find another victim. This usually ends well for both parties, as it makes the camper feel bad enough to leave since they've wasted their time, while all of you lost is your dignity and self-respect.
Please, sir, I I don't have anything. Please, please don't door camp me. Please, sir, please.
Trust me, it works. Most of the time. And there you have it, folks. Your personal guide on how to deal with door campers in Rust. Now, I'd like to remind those of you still watching that I have made a little Discord, where if you want to possibly help out or be featured in my future videos, send any ideas you have or just spam memes all day, I'll have the link posted in the description below. That's all for today, and I wish you luck on your door camp defending adventures. And hopefully one day, you can become the best door camp defender in all of Rust. Or at least until the next server wipe. What all of you lost is your dignity and self-respect.